John Black, super chemist. Sunday, so I'm putting up my second sermon. I interrupted my first sermon had to do with Trump's assassination, and so does this sermon. And in the last week here, every day I've been putting up a video that goes under my playlist called Trump's Assassination. Goes going to that. I'll put up the next couple of days. But this one's about my sermon. It's called Prophecy. Okay. And the last sermon was about using the Lord's name in vain. Okay. And it's in the Pastafarian religion. It's when you invoke God's name and you're invoking it in a lie. That's using the Lord's name in vain. Okay. In the last video, I was saying how if you even for Christian, this is a lie. You know what I mean? To say what God did yesterday, even for a Christian or a Jew, Muslim, whatever, you got to go to your Bible and say, well, yeah, he did this because it's in the Bible. But for you to say that you know exactly what God did yesterday at 6 p.m., okay, now you're just being a liar, okay? And the same thing, doing in the past or in the future. In the future would be a prophecy, you'd say. I wanted to make sure that everyone knows a prophecy, and the Bible does this mistake over and over time. Every Christian in the world gives you these same prophecies. They're not prophecies, okay? A prophecy is something that you predict in the future, okay, that is impossible to happen. Or very, 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 very unlikely to happen, okay? If it's likely to happen, it's not a prophecy, okay? If I say, I prophesize that tomorrow the sun will come up, that's not a prophecy, because we all know tomorrow the sun is going to come up, okay? The likelihood of it happening is like almost 100%, so it's not much of a prophecy. Just like in the Bible and the Quran and all that stuff, the Jews, all three Jews, Muslim, Christian, Jews, they always do these. A lot of their predictions are based on regions of land, or like this country going to war with this country, this region of land going to war with this regional land. The reason why that's not a prophecy, okay, is because it's 100% chance that every country in the world is going to fight with the other country. You know what I mean? You give it enough time, I don't care what two countries you name, they're going to be at war sooner. You give them 1,000 years, 10,000 years. I'm telling you, especially if they're close to each other, like right next to each other, they're obviously going to get into a war. Saying that they are going, you can't. Prophesizing it is almost idiotic. Okay, because it's 100% sure that they're going to get into war. So you can't prophesize that. Okay. Let's see here. What else I got here? Like let's say Carter, President Carter. He was an unknown person before his presidency. Now, if someone prophesizes in quotes, that before Jimmy Carter was nominated and everything, if he prophesies, hey, Jimmy Carter's going to be president. He's going to run. I know no one knows who he is, but he's some kind of governor or congressman, and he's going to run and be president. And then it happens. That's not a prophecy. That's a guess. Okay? Because if he's a congressman, I mean, most presidents used to be congressmen or governors. Pretty much all of them. Almost all of them. So to That's not a prophecy. This is just a good guess. You know what I mean? Now, if you said, I don't know if you know this, but during Jimmy Carter's time, gasoline was, he was a Democrat, so he was doing the same thing that the Democrats are doing now, trying to shut down the oil and all, kill the oil supply. And so you couldn't get gasoline. The way they did it was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, people with the license plate number that ended in an odd number could go get gasoline. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, if you had the other, odd, evens was the 3 days, and odds, so they switched back and forth. And then if you had it, I forget what it was for Sunday. But anyways, the whole point was, then you brought up with Jimmy Carter the last year, a whole year, he had people in Iran, citizens that were held hostage and thrown on the news, daily for a whole year. Now that's a prophecy, because who would think that? Who would think that about the gasoline, especially like the license plate thing, and a whole year where we had American hostages in another country, and our president just screwed around for a whole year and didn't do anything about it. Like, that's a prophecy. That's a prophecy. Okay. The reason why I'm bringing this up is I got a friend and a bunch of people on the internet or whatever saying that Trump's assassination was this one guy. He prophesized it. He prophesized it. Okay. And why they say he's the prophet is because he said that he would get shot in the ear. Okay. No, that's not a prophet. Okay, first of all, 100% of everyone in the whole world thought, and I'm exaggerating obviously, but 100% of the people in the whole world knew that Donald Trump is going to get assassinated, or at least an attempt on him. You know what I mean? And if you were, guessing, you're using statistics. It's actually more probable, if you know that there's going to be an assassination, statistically, if you're going to bet, you have a better chance to bet that they're going to screw up they're not going to succeed. Okay. Just to give you an example, Fidel Castro, 600 attempts, 0 successes on his life. Okay. 600. Okay. 600 attempts. And the CIA was responsible for most of that. And he died like just 8 years ago or something, at 92 years old, and 600 attempts. Okay, so that just shows you, and if you are old, you remember all the assassinations that we did in the Middle East. Like every time, like that one guy that had the mustache or whatever, I forget his name. I told somebody, yeah, wow, we must have tried to assassinate him like 4 or 5 times. It's like, so him saying that they missed, yeah, statistically, if you're going to make a prophet, an actual prophecy, you're not just going to guess like this guy saying, oh, I'm making a prophecy. You're going to go with the statistics. Just like the guy John Edwards or whatever, who pretends that he knows he can talk to the dead people. He uses statistics. I hear a name that starts with a J, John, Jack. Then he just looks at people to respond. Because statistically, J is probably, John is the most probable name, the most known name or used yet name. So he just uses statistics like that and then facial cues. And everyone acts like he can talk to the dead people. You know what I mean? Just like this prophecy on whatever, like the, there's actually, like they act like there was 100 million ways that Trump could have been shot and only one that he couldn't have. And it's not that way. It's the other way around. If he was like this and the bullet was coming in, right, at his head, he turned like this and then it hit his ear instead, there was actually only one spot. He had to stay still, right? He had to stay still to get shot. He could have moved 20 different million ways. He didn't have to do that. Could have went like this. You know what I mean? He could have went like that. He could have went like that, that. All these millions of moves. You know what I mean? Statistically, it was most probable that he wasn't going to get hit, or that he was going to get hit skims, like he did with his ear. So why do this? Why prophesize when you are lying? I mean, first of all, it's a lie, okay? Secondly, it hurts your religion. If you go around like now, as a non-Christian person, I hear all these Christians saying how this guy's a prophet now. Obviously, he just guessed. You know what I mean? We don't know that he's a prophet. Maybe he did prophesize it, but we don't know. And him saying that, you can't just say especially when he prophesizes something that everyone on the planet thought was going to happen. Okay, everyone thought someone was going to take a shot at Trump. Everybody. Statistically, like I said, if it's statistically more probable that they miss, then that's not. And everyone knows that you're going to take a shot at him. How is that a prophecy? That's like me saying tomorrow the sun's going to come up tomorrow. Oh, then tomorrow comes up. I'm a prophet. It's crazy. And in the Christian religion, I want to bring up this one thing is what they do with prophets is they starve themselves, they don't drink water, and they go into the desert for a week, or 3 days, till they're so dehydrated and sick. And then the normal person would say they would hallucinate. But no. In the Bible, every time you starve yourself, don't drink any water, and then you go into 120-degree desert for 3 days to a week. No, that's called prophecies. It's not hallucinations. It's not hallucinations. You know what I mean? Common sense would say it is hallucinations, but no. But I'm going to make a prophecy right now. Okay, my prophecy is, I say, God came down in a dream, and he told me that my videos, my message, not my videos per se, but my message from my videos, sooner or later, will take off and will go across the whole world. Okay, but first of all, I don't say it's God. I just say I had a dream, and it was probably my subconscious coming to me in the form of God, saying that he was God. Because he wants me to go, my subconscious wants me to get off my ass and do something. But I'm saying what God told me in a dream. In the next 150 years or less, this will happen. And this is 2025, right? Or 2024 rather, almost 2025. So if in 150 years, half the planet is Pastafarians, then you can say it's a prophecy, okay? And even then, I wouldn't say it was a prophecy, and I'm a Pastafarian. I'd say that it might be a prophecy. Even then, even if it came true. And why would it be a prophecy to some people maybe? Because it's impossible for these videos to take off, okay? There's no way in hell. Especially in 150 years or 100 years from now or, 70 years from now, my videos won't last. They just won't. I don't have any keywords, search words I use. All my titles are the same exact title because they censor everything I put up. You know what I mean? If I just don't. So all my videos are labeled the same pretty much. I'll never have, the algorithm after 48 hours will never place my video up again for anyone to see unless I place another video. You know what I mean? 100 years from now, I'll be dead, so the videos will stop. You know what I'm saying? So at least you could say, if this came true, this prediction, 100 years from now it happened. Okay, then maybe someone can say it's a prophecy. Okay, but only because it's almost impossible for it to come true. Okay, I don't know. I'm giving the prophecy or the prediction, really, and I don't even believe it. You all have a blessed day.